Just arriving on your mat. And begin to explore and notice all the different sensations and feelings that make up your physical experience this morning. So just moving from sensation to sensation, just checking in. Just noticing, is there anywhere that needs a little minding during our movement practice today? Is there any unnecessary physical holding that you just noticed and can soften? And then just checking in with yourself energetically. So energetically, how do you feel this morning? Emotionally, how are you doing right now? Mentally, is the mind busy or spacious and still or something else? Again, just checking in. And then resting your awareness on your breath. So just noticing firstly, where is the breath most apparent right now? Just begin to observe the natural rhythm of your breath. So without changing it in any way, just noticing the ebb and the flow of your breath right now. Just noticing, does the breath flow easily through you, or is it restricted in some way? And we begin to watch the breath as you inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Just one more. Inhale right. And exhale left. So just returning to the natural breath. And setting an intention for this morning. So we brought a little goddess into the practice today. And then we begin our warm-up. So coming to the floor, we're already on the floor. So just removing any props, place them to the side of the mat. Any cushions, make sure that the back of the head is on the floor. I'm going to start with a gentle warm-up. So hands are on the floor, shoulders away from the ears. We'll take your right knee or your knees into your chest and flex your feet. Just feel the back of the body on the floor here. And as you inhale, we'll extend the legs up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw knees back into the chest. keeping the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, press the soles of the feet up. Exhale, come back to your starting position. We'll just do this 4 more times. Inhale. So the movement follows the breath. Begin with the exhalation, knees back in. So once you've completed your 4, just come back to that starting position. Feet are flexed, feet are hip distance apart, and rest your hands on top of your knees so that the fingers are facing down towards the ankles. Bend your elbows. Notice how the lower back is pressing into the floor here. And as you inhale, let the knees move away from you and straighten your arms. Notice how the back arches. Exhale, draw the knees in. Feel the lower back pressing into the floor. So inhale, press away, just lengthen the arms or let the legs fall away. Exhale, draw the knees in and flatten the back. And we'll just do this 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. So the movement is following the breath. Getting a sense of how you feel around the hips this morning and the legs, thighs, lower back. Just 1 more like this. Just hug them in, feel the back pressing into the floor. And we'll place our feet on the floor, hip distance apart. Toes are facing forward for a little bit of moving bridge here. So palms facing down. As you press down into your feet, we'll inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, reach the arms overhead, stretch through the fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, stretch through the fingers. Exhale, lower the arms. And we'll just complete this 3 more times. So inhaling, lifting the hips up, pressing into the 4 corners of each foot. Exhale, take your arms overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hips. Inhale, reach through the fingers. Times with your own breath. And so once you complete, just arriving on the floor, like feel the shoulders heavy again. And then we'll take your knees into your chest and we begin to rock back and forwards with your options as usual. So you can hold on to your toes here, or you can take your feet a little bit wider and rock up to stand just to wake up the legs. And then we'll make our way all the way onto hands and knees. Spread your fingers, the middle fingers facing forward. Press into your knuckles, into the finger pads. Tuck your toes under. On the next inhale, lift the sit bones high, pressing the chest back towards your thighs. And as you exhale, begin to straighten the left leg, feeling into the back of the left leg, the calf, the back of the knee, the hamstrings. Just 1 more breath in here. Inhale, exhale. Bend the left leg and straighten the right leg. So pressing the heel down towards the floor. Just feeling that space you're creating in the calf, back of the knee, the hamstrings. And then bend that right leg again. Be good to lift up into a higher down dog, maybe straightening the legs a little bit more. And then using your core, we begin to ripple forward. So draw your belly in into a high plank. And then press back, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale forward into high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, press back. This time, look at the space between your hands, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump forward to your forward fold. And just allow the upper body to drape down here. Gently nodding the head, yes and no. You could hold on to your elbows. Just drop the head in between your arms. Gently letting that neck go as you draw the crown of the head towards the floor. So using the weight of the arms to create a bigger space in the upper back. Just feeling how when you breathe in, the back ribs lift and expand. When you breathe out, you can soften and move a little bit deeper into your forward fold. Releasing the arms, let them be heavy. Maybe just moving a little bit side to side. And then press into your feet, bend your knees. Use your core muscles to come up nice and slowly. Just feeling each part of the movement as you rise up. Inhale. And then exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, shoulders up to your ears. And then exhale, release. So feet are hip distance apart. We begin our standing flow, so hands together at the heart. Inhale, open up the arms, look up. And as you exhale, swan dive down, touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, step back, right leg, long lunge. Exhale, release the right knee to the floor. Press into the four corners of your left foot. And inhale, round as you come up nice and slowly. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, crown of the head forward as you reach your fingertips towards the back of the mat. This time we'll hold it here, so keep reaching back. Sinking into the hamstrings of the left leg. Feeling the length in all sides of your neck here. Inhale, lean back, one breath. Exhale, hands forward, step forward to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, swan dive all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back with your left leg, long lunge. Exhale, release that left knee to the floor. Press into the four corners of your right foot. And as you inhale, round and come up nice and slowly. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back, one breath in. Exhale, reach your hands behind you, crown of the head forward. And we'll pause here. Again, settling into the hamstrings of the right leg. Moving the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lean back, one breath. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, take your hands to heart center and pause. Soften the knees. Inhale, open up your arms, look up. Keeping your hands together, exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back with your right leg again. Exhale, release your right knee to the floor. Begin to round into the spine using that cat arch as you come up. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back, one breath. Exhale, crown of the head forward as we reach behind, taking the shoulders away from the ears. And then you can either stay here in this low lunge, or we'll sweep the hands forward and lift your right knee off the floor as you come up. And then as you exhale, release the knees, crown of the head forward, hands reach behind. We'll just do this 3 more times. You could keep that right knee on the floor. So inhale, lift your right knee, come up, high lunge. Exhale, crown of the head forward, release the knee down, stretch the fingers back. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we'll take your right hand off the mat. Take your left hand to your hip and begin to turn and twist the abdomen and ribs and chest to the left. You can even place your hand on your inner thigh here and just allow that knee to open up a little bit as you lean back into your twist. You can stay here or bend your right leg, take hold of your foot and begin to press the foot away from you. One more breath in here, inhale. Exhale, take both hands on the inside of the left leg. And we'll come into Skandasana or side lunge. So we'll switch that left foot so it's facing the long side of the mat. Extend your right leg, come up onto the heel. So ball of the foot on the left side, heel on the right side. And we'll take your left hand or arm on the inside of the knee. So come up high on your finger pads here, or if you need a block, you can place it underneath as well. Keep this right leg nice and active, and we'll come into a twist from here, taking your right hand behind your lower back. See if you can grab hold of the top of your left thigh or in that direction, and then turn your gaze to look at over your right shoulder here. So one more breath in here, inhale. Exhale, take both hands to the floor and we'll come all the way back around into your high lunge or even runner's lunge. Hands are still on the floor. And then we'll spin your right foot for your warrior 2. Take your right arm forward, bring it up and around, windmill, warrior 2. Exhale, release the leg, release the arms. Inhale, glide into warrior 2. So reaching from your heart right out through the fingers. And then exhale, release. This time we'll hold it. Left knee over the ankle, press into the 4 corners of each foot, and then press the floor actively away from you. So you're keeping both sides of your waist nice and long here. A steady breath. From warrior 2, flip your left hand up. Peaceful warrior, right hand down your thigh. It's a really nice side body stretch here for the left side. From peaceful, extended side angle, take your forearm to your thigh, but keep it nice and light, so it's only just touching and grazing off the left thigh. Reach your right arm up and over your ear, so it's an extension of the right leg. And then circle that right hand down and around, and then straighten your left leg, and we'll come into goddess. So goddess, the heels or the toes are pointed outwards, 45 degrees. Hands are on your hips. We're just going to sink into this. This is like second position in ballet. Tailbone moves towards the floor. Keep both sides of your waist long. Knees moving in the direction of your toes. We'll take your hands onto your thighs with the thumbs on the inside here. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bring your right shoulder forward as you take your left shoulder back and look out over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Gaze over the right shoulder. One more time each side. Inhale, center, exhale. Twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, take both hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. From high plank, release the knees. Bend your elbows, slowly lower down. Place the forehead on the ground, press down into your feet, so much so that the hips or the knees lift off the floor. Now press down into the hips, draw your belly in, claw the mat with your finger pads like you're trying to draw the mat backwards towards the back of the mat. And as you inhale, lift the chest and shoulders, cobra. Exhale, release down, tuck your toes under, Ardha Muktanasana, downward facing dog. Chest back towards your thighs. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, extend your right leg high behind you, leading with the heel. Exhale, take the knee into your chest. Hover the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, extend it behind again, leading with the heel. Exhale, knee in, lift your back ribs. Inhale, extend it behind. And as you exhale, we'll step it forward towards your right wrist. And then we'll release, walk your left leg back a bit, release the left knee to the floor, and then spin your right foot. So we're coming back into your lounging lizard. So we can flex that left foot, and we're coming onto the knife edge of the foot here. Left hand is, check your finger placement. So you're pressing into your knuckles, finger pads. Right hand can rest on your left inner thigh. Gaze is towards the left foot. And then as you inhale, activate the leg and reach your arm overhead. And then just breathe into this. So pressing down actively into your right foot, into the outer edge of your left foot. One more breath in. Exhale, lower. This time we'll take that right leg behind. Take it off the mat. So take it a good bit back. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Still we're working into the knife edge of the left foot. And as you inhale, lift up, keep this left leg straight, and then just reach your arms straight up. Press into your finger pads, your knuckles, and then lower down. Last one, take the leg back a little bit further. This time our focus is to try and bring that left foot to the floor. So reaching up to start, press into the ball of the right foot, left foot to the floor, lift the hips. Bring your arm in line with your ear. And then come down nice and slowly back into your three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step that foot all the way forward. Just one more thing to do here. So come up high on the ball of the left foot and begin to straighten your right leg for forward flank here. Folding from your hip crease. Just one more breath in. Bend your right leg, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, take your hands to heart center and pause. And coming to the other side. So feet are still hip distance. Soften your knees. Inhale, open up your arms, look up, hands together. Exhale, forward fold in prayer hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back, left leg, long lunge. And as you exhale, release that left knee to the floor. Press into the four corners of your right foot and inhale as you round up with that cat arch. Head is heavy. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Inhale, lean back one breath. Exhale, crown of the head forward as you reach the fingertips behind you again, like in the previous flow. And this time we have options to keep the knee on the floor, just move forward and back. Or as we inhale, we let the fingertips graze the floor, come up into your high lunge. And as you exhale, the knee to the floor, crown of the head forward, fingers towards the back of the mat. So just 3 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And then we'll place our hands on the inside of your right leg, preparing for side lunge, Skandasana. So this right foot, the toes begin to face the long side of your mat, and you're up on the ball of the foot. And on the left one, leg is straight, we're on the heel. And the sole of the foot is facing the back of your mat. So we'll start by taking your right arm on the inside of your right leg. You can come up high on your finger pads, or if that's not high enough, just place your block here. Lift your left arm, wrap it around your lower back. And if you can reach the top of your right thigh, you can just bind here or just leave it hanging. Begin to twist the ribs and the chest to the left and look out over the shoulder here. Just 1 more breath in here, inhale. And then exhale, spin all the way around again into this runner's lunge as we prepare for our warrior 2. So turn your back foot, press into the 4 corners of that back foot. Reach your left arm forward, up and around for warrior 2, and then exhale, release. Inhale, gliding into warrior 2. Exhale, release. Inhale, gliding into warrior 2. This time we'll hold it. Again, press the floor actively away from you. Lengthen all sides of your neck here. Reaching through your left collarbone and right. Taking that left hand down, flip the right hand up, peaceful warrior. Inhale. From peaceful into extended side angle, take your forearm to your thigh, just lightly resting it there. So you're keeping the length in both sides of your waist, and then reach your left arm up and over the ear. And then circle it down, around back into warrior 2. And from here, place the hands to the floor, press back into your plank pose. So your choice this time, if you want to lower down from high plank or release the knees to the floor. Whether you'd like to press up into cobra or upward facing dog. So with upward facing dog, we lift the knees off the floor, shoulders down the back. And then moving back into downward facing dog. So flip the feet over, press the chest back towards your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, extend your left leg high. You're leading with the heel. And as you exhale, take the knee into the chest, lift the back ribs. Inhale, extend it high. Exhale, knee into the chest, lift the back ribs. Inhale, extend it high. Exhale, take that foot all the way behind your left wrist. We're preparing for a lounging lizard, so we can spin onto the outer right foot and release the hips towards the floor, and then just adjust that foot so it feels comfortable. Right leg is extended. You can take your left hand down onto your right inner leg and press into your finger pads, your knuckles, and we'll lift the hips up and reach that left arm over your ear. Just one more breath here, inhale, and then exhale, lower down. And we'll lift that left foot and take it behind you off the mat. You're on the ball of the foot. We're still actively pressing into the outer part of the right leg. We'll lift up. And lower. And this time we'll take that left foot a little bit wider again. We're still on the ball of the foot. And we'll try and bring that right foot to the floor as we reach up and lift your hips. And then lower back into three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. And then come up onto the ball of the foot here, of the back foot. Bring the left heel down, coming into forward flank. So you're pouring your body down your left leg. And then we'll bend that left leg. And we'll switch legs. We'll take your right leg forward. Bring your left leg back for our twist. Release the left knee to the floor. Take your hand, left hand off the mat onto your finger pads. Take your right hand to your hip as you begin to twist the rib cage and the chest to the right hand side. You can place that right hand on the inner left thigh here if that feels comfortable. Just encouraging the leg to drop out to the right hand side. You can stay here or reach for your left foot and begin to press the foot away from you as you take your shoulders away from your ears. Just one more breath in here, inhale. Exhale, release the left foot down, finger pads to the floor, step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, lift the heart. Exhale, take your hands to heart center and pause. So have your blocks handy for our next mini flow. So you can have them at the front of your mat. And we'll bring our legs together. We'll hug them together for our chair, hands together at the heart. Interlace the fingers, leave the first two fingers out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend over to the right hand side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale into your chair, Utkatasana, so you can begin to separate your arms. They can even be wider than shoulder distance. Lengthen your tailbone, so feel the core beginning to engage. Make sure you can see your toenails. And the toes are light on the floor, the weight is in the heels. One more breath in. Exhale, take your hands to the floor and come onto the balls of your feet. So our balance today is our side curl, and we can use it more as like a core and an upper body strengthener if you feel safer with the feet on the floor. So keeping the knees exactly where they are, pointed towards the very front of your mat. Hug your legs together. This is important here. And then we'll take your hands all the way around to the outer right thigh. And you can use the tops of your arms like a little mini shelf. So let me see, I'm going to put the block in front of my right shoulder. So as I spread my fingers, I begin to lean onto my arms here. Rather than looking back, look straight down or slightly forward, and you can begin to transfer your weight. And you have that option, if you choose, to lift your legs here. So think of your cat arch in your spine, engaging your pelvic floor. And then when you've had enough, you come all the way back. So you can even just rest out there and keep your feet on the floor if you feel a lot safer, but just feel the shift of your weight moving forward. And then we'll come all the way back. Come back into your chair. Inhale, exhale, Samasthiti. Arms by your side, equal standing, and pause. Just letting go of effort. Just arriving back to your natural breath. Legs are still hugging together. We'll take the hands at heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Interlace the fingers and leave the first fingers out. Inhale, reach through the fingertips again. And as you exhale, this time we bend to the left. Feeling the space we're creating, right side of the body. Inhale, center, lengthen. Exhale, chair, Utkatasana. Lengthen your tailbone, shift the weight into your heels. Keep the chest nice and spacious. One more breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor, come onto the balls of the feet. So again, we're keeping the knees facing the front of your mat. This time, my left shoulder is going to rest on the block as I come forward. I'll take my arms around to the left-hand side. Spread the fingers. So using the upper arms as a shelf, you can keep your feet on the floor. And then just make sure you're not looking back. So either straight down or slightly in front. You have the option to lift your legs here. And then when you're ready, slowly come back. And then coming back into your chair, one breath, inhale. Exhale, back to the floor. And then we'll slowly release the hips down behind us. So keep your blocks handy. So we'll use them for our upper body and core lifts. But this time we're going to come onto our knees. So there's two things you can do here. This is really good for stretching out the ankles, and especially if you're using flat shoes all the time, they can be quite stiff. So bring your blocks as close to the body as you can. And if you don't have blocks, you can just do this with your fingertips on the floor or hands on the floor. You might need to bring them forward depending on the length of your arms. And then you can just lift your knees off the floor and keep the tops of the feet down. But if you do have the blocks, get them close to your body so that the shoulders are over the wrists. And we'll do the same. So we'll begin to lift the knees off the floor here. Feeling a stretch in the front of the foot, the top of the foot, front of the ankle. Shoulders away from the ears. Use your core muscles. So think of that cat arch. Lift your pelvic floor. Knees will float a little higher. And then we'll lower down. Shake your wrists out. And in the next one, we're going to try and lift the lower legs as well. So even if you can't lift them, just think about engaging and see, is there a little bit more lightness on the feet? So even if the feet are still on the floor, you can begin to lift. So knees off the floor, first stretch into the front of the ankles. If you can lift the legs, take them forward and back and down. Obviously, the higher the block you have, the more stable beside you is going to make this a lot easier. So you're going to lift up, come forward, back, and down. Just do one more. Even just lifting up, could feel the core engaging. Good. And then we're going to come into a cross-legged position with the right leg in front of your left. For our seated twist in Sukhasana, flex your feet so the sides of the feet are pressing into the floor. Feel the sit bones on the floor. Take your right arm behind you, left arm against your right leg like a lever. Inhale, lengthen from the base of the spine. And as you exhale, turn the rib cage, chest and shoulders to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, finally turning the head to look out over your right shoulder here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, unwind. With your blocks handy, and you can do this with the hands on the floor too. We'll reach forward into a forward fold, but then move it slightly out to the right hand side. Bring your ears in line with your arms. And then we'll walk them all the way back. And then change the cross of your legs. Left in front of the right, come onto the edges of your feet, flex the feet, and we'll come into our twist. So left hand behind you, beside your tailbone, right arm against your left leg like a lever. Inhale, lengthen from the base of the spine. Exhale, turn abdomen, ribs and chest to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning shoulders and head to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, unwind. And you can grab hold of your blocks. Walk them out to the front and then slightly over to the left-hand side. Place your hands on your blocks' ears in line with your arms as we come into this forward fold and side bend. And then slowly, mindfully, just walking the blocks back. We're going to come all the way around onto the floor. But again, if you've got blocks, we'll place them on the floor. And if you don't, it's absolutely fine as well. Just place your feet on the floor. I'm going to place my feet on the blocks. So if you do have blocks, turn them lengthways. So unless you have tiny, tiny feet. So placing the feet on the block, I'm going to shift my hips in a little bit closer. We're coming up into the Setu Bandhasana, or bridge. We did a warm up with it at the beginning of the practice. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Press into your upper arm. Spread your fingers, palms facing each other. And on the inhale, lift the hips up. And you have plenty of space to walk the shoulder blades under you here. Press into the back of the head. Just notice how this feels. So resist the temptation to let the knees fall out. So as we actively press into each corner of the foot, actively, the base of the big toe, base of the little toe, the inner and outer heels, you can engage your inner thighs here. And feel the glute muscles beginning to engage. Chest is rising towards your chin. And we'll take 4 more breaths here. So you're not gripping with your toes. The toes are light. And then slowly, mindfully bring the hips to the floor. We're coming into our lying down twist here. So you've got some variations. If you want to keep it nice and light, just place the feet on the floor. Let the knees fall to the right hand side. Rest your hands on your ribs, elbows on the floor. Lift the head and turn the gaze to the left. This is one option. Or we can just bring your knees into your chest, hug them together. Let the knees fall to the right and then turn your gaze to the left hand side. So whichever twist option you took, just settling in. So just by changing the legs slightly, we can feel this in a different part of your hips, your thighs. We'll come back to center and come into just a little hip stretch before we move to the other side. Right ankle across your left thigh for a lying down pigeon. Draw the leg in towards you. Take your hands either behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Keep your right foot flexed. You can even lift the head, place it back on the floor. Make sure all sides of the neck are comfortable and relaxed. So you can stay here, or because we've worked a good bit into the legs now, you have the option to wrap your arms around your legs and just hug them close to you as you lift your chin to chest, nose towards the right lower leg here. And then we'll lower down. And then take what option you did for the other side. So either this wide knees and then just drop the knees to the left, flex your feet, hands on the ribs, turn the gaze to the right. Or you have that option to hug the knees in, let the knees move to the left and keep them nice and high. Again, just choose whatever suits your body this morning. The gaze can be to the right or back ahead, the head can be on the floor. And then we'll come back to the center, back into that little hip stretch to finish. This side left ankle across the thigh, flex the foot, lifting the right leg, hand behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Check in with the head again. You can lift it here, place it back down, and let the shoulders move towards the floor. Flex your left foot. You have options to stay here, or you could wrap that left arm around the leg, interlace the fingers, chin to chest, forehead towards the left lower leg here. And then lower down. Finishing with our cannonballs, we bring everything back into the center. Wrap your arms around your legs. Press the back into the floor, chin to chest, nose to knee. Take a breath in and squeeze everything. And then exhale, soften. And make your way into your final relaxation position. So getting nice and comfortable. Just releasing the body into the support of the floor. And just feeling your bones, just releasing down into the earth beneath you. Just allow your mind to gently rest on your breath. The inflowing breath, the outflowing breath. Just letting your breath be natural. Just feeling a sense of ease and flow throughout your body. Just letting the depth and the power of the practice, the healing benefits of the practice, work deeply into you. Each practice is a gift that we receive rather than one we take. Each practice allows us to open a pathway towards gratitude. Each practice allows us a small window into our internal nature, into our soul. Just allowing us space and time to ask ourselves, who are we beneath our stream of thoughts? Who are we beneath our stream of thoughts? Who is the observer who watches your breath? Who watches this body relaxing? Observes the emotions and the mind. Just letting the seed of the practice just to take root within. And just inviting a deeper breath into your body. Inviting some small movement back into your body. And then a fuller body stretch. Whatever way feels good for your body right now. Maybe a yawn or a sigh or some sound that would like to escape. And then we'll place your feet on the floor and just roll onto your right side. Get nice and comfortable. Take your pillow with you or rest your right hand underneath your head. And so this morning's reading, you are complete. Look around at all that lives, all that is. See how connected each creation is to the workings of the universe. But see also that the essence of all that is, the core, lie within each. From the tiniest purple wildflower to the tallest redwood in the forest, each creation contains its own energy system, its own energy core for living. And so it is with us. We're connected to the world. We receive energy, life-sustaining nourishment and support from the world around us. But inside each of us is our source for love, joy, and wisdom. Our ability to love, live, feel, and be happy comes from our own hearts. Look inside yourself. Feel your vitality, your energy. Feel your essence. It is pure love. Everything you need in order to live and love is within you. Nurture yourself. Let yourself grow. Learn to grow and walk in the ways of love. Learn from all who cross your path. Value your connections to others and the world around you. Receive and give freely as you walk down the road. Take your place in the world. Know you are part of a complete universe. But remember, you are a complete universe too. And then when you're ready, slowly, mindfully, just pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll place our hands together at the heart, Anjali Mudra. And as you inhale, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, bow first to your heart for showing up to each other and our practice together. Namaste.